In this video, I'm going to be letting you guys know what I think is going to happen. I'm also going to talk about what we spoke about on the previous video and how the market is going to have more pain to come. But before I get into that, make sure you like, subscribe, comment your thoughts below, and let's get right into it. So if we're looking at the QQQ, and by the way, that's mostly what I'm going to be focusing on in this video because I believe tech is going to be the ultimate or make the ultimate decision on what direction we go in the market. So if you paid attention to my last video, everything tends to be playing out the way we said it would. Now this morning we had a huge rise. I wouldn't say huge, but we had a nice rise all the way up to about 325, 326, which I said in the last video to watch that 325 level, and I don't see us going any higher than 330. Reason being is because we don't have a reason to go beyond 330 as of now, unless CPI data comes out good. Also, after the 325, we ended up dropping, okay, which made sense. I also entered a trade around 324. I alerted in the Discord. We made a nice little profit off that. Very good profit, about 40% profit on that. All right. So if we're looking at the QQQ, I don't think it's over. Okay, I don't think the downside is over. Pre-market is green right now, and I think we're going to end up seeing the same results that we got today. We're going to see a nice little rise, and then we drop. Okay, I think that's going to happen. And where I'm looking at right now is that we retest here and here. Okay, therefore forming a nice little triple top around 322, 325, 322 to 323. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised if we see 325 again. I even said earlier today to myself, that I think before close we're going to test the previous levels to the upside before we continue back down. Okay, and as you can see, after hours, we are currently doing that. Okay, we are testing those levels again, so I wouldn't be surprised tomorrow we just end up seeing, tomorrow morning at least, we end up seeing a retest of those levels again before we continue back down. Okay, now I'm not saying I'm bearish for the whole week. CPI data can easily change this, or we get some crazy news, whatever the case may be. CPI data can easily change this, and we end up just running back to the upside. Okay, but overall for now I am bearish on the market. As you can see, we have a head and shoulders pattern, we have a descending triangle, we ended up breaking back up to the upside off of it, and I think that's a clear indication that we may see some upside in the morning and then we drop all over again. Okay, right now we're pretty much trading up in range. Okay, so I think we're just gonna go back up, come back down, maybe go back up, come back down, just keep doing that move until there's a decision made as far as CPI data. Okay, or at least till that data is released. Okay, so again, the level we were looking for was 325. Now, as far as to the downside on the QQQs, I am looking at 319.7. We continue to reject that area, well, 319.4. Okay, we broke past 319.7. It wasn't much of a big move, but we broke past there. Right now, I am looking at 319.4. Okay, if we break below that, I would consider scalping it, because 318 is the true level that I am looking for. I think there is a lot of buyers around that area, and we can literally see it, and we can see it here. Let's draw it out. We can see the buyers here. Okay, where is it at? All right, it's not. Come on. It's giving me a hard time. All right. We see the buyers here. We see the buyers all around here. But more than likely, I'm going to be paying attention to that 318 level. Okay. If we break below 318, I think it's going to be an easy shot back down to 310. Okay, I think that's going to happen, and I do have a target. If we enter a bear market or we reverse back down, I do have a target on the QQQ for 305. All right. If we zoom out, you see a huge rising wedge here. It's crazy. Okay, we're continuing to trade within this range, and I think sometime this week, probably Thursday, okay, because typically after CPI data, the market just crumbles. Okay, so be on the lookout for that. All right, so if we're looking at other stocks such as Tesla, let's look at Tesla because you guys love Tesla. What did I say in a previous video? I said we're going to see a retest of 900, and then I also said we never got that move. So we ended up getting that move, so I wasn't wrong. I was just early. Okay, I was very early. Okay, so what happened? We ended up getting a retest of 900. We actually went up to close to 950. Well, actually we did test 915, and then we went back down, and now we fill up this gap. Okay, so really nice clean move. I entered the trade below 900. I also alerted the group. Well, somebody asked me within the Discord group, what do I think of Tesla? And I said we're going to see a retest of 880, and then we're going to continue back down. So the important level to look for right here is 870. Okay, so that's the level that I'm going to be watching. If we break below 870, I think it's going to be a clear shot down straight to 850's range. Okay, so be on the lookout for that. Again, I think Tesla is easily telling us that, hey, there's a drop coming, be prepared. Either that or market makers are looking to get Tesla cheap right before the split date, okay, which is, I believe, August 25th. I'm kind of betting on the whole getting it for cheap thing, because when it was at 900s and the split date was announced, I felt like it was too high. And regardless of market makers being millionaires or institutions being billionaires, they still like cheap. Okay, that just makes sense. Okay, so Tesla, watch for that 870 break, look for more downside. To the upside, look for 880 break, and then we continue to just slow climb back up. Okay, I don't think it's going to be like a great climb. I think it's going to be a lot of turbulence, and you can really see it all in this area here. Just a lot of turbulence in this area. Okay, so I wouldn't count on it just being a straightaway shot. So I personally would not be looking for calls on Tesla. Again, stairway up, elevator down. Okay, so just be careful if you're looking for calls on Tesla. Day trade, scalp, that's the best move to make on Tesla. Now, let's look at Apple. In the previous video, I said watch for 167 level on Apple, and we could not get past that 167. We actually did. We did, and then the market trapped everybody. It trapped all the bulls, and then we crumbled back down. Okay, so we got the move, but on the hourly, we clearly rejected it. Okay, we rejected it. We didn't hold at all, and then we broke back down. Once we saw this, the Apple breakdown, we saw the rest of the market start to fall below. Okay, and I said in the previous video, watch for Apple and watch for Microsoft breakdown. I think those are going to lead the way, and those are going to make the decision on whether the market rises or drops. So in the morning, we saw Apple break out, and of course the market was following, and the market was green. Everything was great. Once these start to crumble, once Apple and Microsoft started to crumble right along with Tesla, everything else seemed to follow. Okay, so important levels you want to look out for within the morning. You definitely want to watch 167. We could retest that again, but as far as to the upside, look for a 167 break. I don't see us making too much more upside as far as breaking that, but as far as the downside goes, look for 160 break. Well, look for a move to 160 for now, because Apple isn't that volatile. All right, Apple has been green for like 2 weeks straight. It's only a matter of time before this thing starts to drop. So right now I do have a price target of 160. So look for that 164.2 break. I would say 164, and then we continue to see some more downside. All right, on Apple. Microsoft. In the last video, what's that? MSFT, Microsoft. In the last video, I said watch 280. We did break 280, but then the market chopped up. All right, it pretty much was a premium eater towards this evening. Well, in the evening, it was just a lot of premium eating going on. But one thing you want to watch out for on Microsoft is that 279 break to the downside, right along with a 285 break to the upside. I'm not sure what we're going to do. I think tomorrow is probably going to be more chop. We may see a test of resistance once again. For example, we'll see one of these moves once again, probably make a double top here, and then we continue down. Okay, that could happen, or we just rally. All right, we just rally into CPI. CPI may turn out bad, then we drop. Okay, or it turns out good and we just continue to climb all through August, and we wait to the next FOMC meeting. All right, do I think that's going to happen? I find it hard to believe. I would be genuinely shocked if that does happen, but the market is very unpredictable. All right, but again, 285. You want to watch for that 285 break. Actually, we did reach 285. So you want to watch for 285. Yeah, so you want to watch 286 break to the upside. We may climb a little bit, it may break a little bit, and then we break back down to the downside. You want to watch that 279 break. Okay, I'm not saying it's going to actually do this, but we did get faked out today. All right, there was a lot of fake out movement going on today. We were breaking to the upside, then bulls get trapped, we break back down to the downside, bears get trapped, and it just continued to constantly do that throughout the day. So just be careful trading. All right, that's pretty much my thoughts on the market. Those are my levels, those are my key levels on the market. All right, so we focused on the QQQ. One last thing I want to say is in regards to the QQQ is, personally, if it was me, right, personally, how you would trade the market heading in tomorrow, if you are bearish or if you are bullish. If you're bearish, you want to look for the QQQ. Let's look at it. The QQQ to break below 219.4. All right, if the QQQ breaks below 219.4, I recommend, me personally, I would add to my position. So if I'm in Microsoft, I will add puts to that position. Okay, not only that, if the QQQ falls below, or the Nasdaq falls below 219.4, you want to be combining that with knowing that, okay, I'm looking for Microsoft to be below 279 at the same time. So if QQQ is below 219.4 and Microsoft is below 279, that's when you want to be adding to your positions. That's what I personally would be adding to my position. All right, not financial advice. I'm just letting you know what I would do. Same thing with Apple. If Apple is below 175, that's not Apple. I don't know what that is. But if Apple is below 165, right along with QQQ being below 319.4, I will be constantly adding to my position. Okay, I will be trading very lightly and adding to my position. If the QQQ breaks below, if the QQQ breaks below 318, I would definitely start to add more to my position. 318 is a very important level on the QQQ, and that's when I would be looking to pretty much go heavy on my positions. Okay, that's just me. You don't have to follow it. That's completely up to you. All right, but overall, that is how I would trade heading into tomorrow if I am bearish. If we just so happen to be above 325 on the QQQ, I personally, heading into CPI data, I personally would not be looking to hold anything too long. I would probably be scalping or day trading. I definitely wouldn't be looking to hold anything as far as calls go too long, okay? Because historically, heading into CPI, we end up bearish, and after CPI, we end up really bearish, okay? And somehow, even if it's good, we still end up being bearish the next day, all right? So that's what I would do personally as far as trading both sides. All right. Last but not least, let's look at the SPY. Right, as of now, the SPY is sitting on top of, well, sitting at the bottom of our wedge pattern. All right, it's sitting at the bottom of the wedge pattern, and we kept teasing. In the last video I said, you know, look for that 413 break, and we kept teasing it. 412 seems to be rough, 411 seems to be rough on the SPY. If we look at the daily does not look good. All right, the daily does not look good. This guy here, he does not look good. All right, and when I say don't look good, I mean it looks very bearish. So I would be careful trading into tomorrow. Okay, this guy, he looks mean. All right, he looks very mean. I put horns on him. As you can see, that was actually on accident, but yeah, all right, he looks very mean, and I will be very careful if I'm looking into calls tomorrow. If you are looking into calls tomorrow, I pretty much would tread lightly. Again, we have CPI data Wednesday. Please take that seriously when you're trading. All right, but overall, I would be very careful about this guy here. We see we actually can see him on a lot of charts. Even on the QQQ, he's showing up. These doji patterns are all over. Okay, they're on a lot of major stocks within the daily chart. So be very careful when you're in calls. Take profit. If you see green, take green. All right. But otherwise, that's pretty much all I have. I hope you guys got something out of it. I really do. All right, I really try to, you know, make these videos. I'm trying to make these videos more educational and, you know, way more understanding. I know it's a lot to keep up with, but what's important is to understand those levels and pay attention to those levels. And if you watch those levels, I promise you will start to understand how the market works a little bit better. Okay, take these levels seriously. Again, if they break, you want to go to the 5-minute chart, because I literally got asked this question today. When the level breaks, what do? Do you just jump into a trade? You go to the 5-minute chart, you wait for a close above that level, okay, with pressure, okay? And when I say pressure, I mean buying volume, such as these bars down here. You want buying volume or selling volume, okay? Selling pressure, buying pressure. All right, you want that behind your breakouts, okay? You want that behind your level breaks, okay? So hopefully that makes sense. I'm going to say that every video. You're going to hear me say that a lot, because a lot of people think when a level is broken, they should just jump straight into a trade 2 seconds in, and then next thing you know, they're negative. All right, so hopefully you guys got something out of this. Check out the links in the description below if you want to join the Discord. We do alerts, you know, stocks, crypto, we do it all right? NFTs, we do everything. So check it out. 7-day free trial. If you don't like it, you're more than welcome to cancel. And that's all I got. So until next time, guys, see you in the next video. Peace.